Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my everyday work makeup routine. This look takes me about 15 to 18 minutes every morning. I do work in an office, so I do try to make it my business to go to work looking very professional and polished and clean and bright-eyed and just ready for the day. So if you've been trying to figure out how to do your face for work, then take some tips and tricks from me. All you have to do is stay tuned. So first I'm going to start off by just moisturizing my skin, and I'm going to be using the Neutrogena Water Boost Hydra Gel. It's cold in Atlanta right now, so I'm gonna make sure that I really get my face moisturized, or if I don't, my foundation is not gonna look how I want it to look, because the foundation for the foundation or the skin underneath is not in the best shape it could be in. And that's why skincare is so important, whether you wear makeup or you don't. And I'm gonna go in with this Nourish Organic Pure Hydrating Argan face serum, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes because it had been a little bit more dry than usual lately, and I noticed that I was getting creasing under there, and to counter that I've been putting this oil recently. For the center of my face where I do tend to get oily, I'm going to use the Becca Ever Matte Primer. And this primer is insanely good for keeping you from getting oily. The matte power is real, so real. And now I'm going to go in on the bottom of my face with the Maybelline Baby Skin to just smooth out that surface area before I put the foundation on there. So I give it a couple of seconds to just really get soaked in and to really just kind of nourish the skin on the face. I'm going to spray my beauty blender with a little bit of Fix Plus. I've already wet it, so it's pretty wet, but just, you know, good measure. I'm going to take a couple of pumps onto the sponge. And when you're using a beauty blender, the actual beauty blender, because I have several blending sponges that aren't beauty blenders, but when you're using the actual beauty blender, it is so easy to blend your foundation in. It's unreal. As long as you're bouncing this ball or bouncing this beauty blender, your foundation is blending seamlessly. I'm just working that all over the face, pressing it into the skin opposed to allowing it to sit on top of the skin. If you notice, I don't go too far up underneath my eyes with the foundation, and that's because with it being so cold, it's so easy to cake your foundation and your concealer up. I'm going to go underneath the eyes with the concealer anyway, so there's no reason to go under there with a foundation and just risk the possibility of having cakey makeup. So just kind of being proactive. Do go across my eyeballs just because I have a bit of darkness there, and that will help cancel that out. Today I'm going to be using two different concealers because one is a bit darker and then one is a bit lighter, and they work really well together to give me a nice bright highlight underneath my eyes, but not too much so it's not full on glam because I'm going to work, but it's bright enough for me to look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I'm going to be using NC42 from MAC, and then I'm also going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. Put it under my eyes like this. Bounce this all over until it's blended in well. I'm just going to go on the other side that had the foundation and just blend out that corner. So you don't want that to be doing too much. Same thing for this inner corner part. I'm just blending with my finger. Now it's time to set. I'm going to be using my Mercier powder, translucent powder, and just a regular cosmetic wedge. Before you set your makeup, you want to make sure you don't have any creasing underneath the eye, so you can go back with your sponge really quickly and take care of that if you've had some creasing already. Now I'm just going down the bridge of my nose a little bit. I don't do too much on a work day, but still want to kind of bring it to the forefront. So now on to brows, and because it is a work day, again, I'm not going to do a lot. I'm just going to conceal them right underneath and be on my way. So I'm just brushing them through right now to make sure they are ready. I'm just going to take this flat definer brush from Elle. And I'm doing this just to give the brows a little bit of a pop, but not to give it too much. So I really like the cleaned up under the brow look. I think that it makes them look very clean and neat, like you just got them done like on the way to work. You stopped and got your eyebrows done. So I always do clean up underneath, even if I leave the top kind of messy, because messy brows are kind of making a comeback actually, and I'm here for them. I'm gonna go in just a little bit with the color Spike from MAC, just right there. So I'm gonna just go down the middle of the nose like that, and then don't be afraid to pull your face and your eyes and your forehead taut so that you can really get into those wrinkles. If you have wrinkles in your forehead or under your eyes or whatever, don't ignore them, because then everything's gonna sink into them and they're gonna be super prevalent. So make sure you pay them some attention. That's all they want anyways, is some attention. So pay them some attention. And I also put a little powder on my smile lines here. I'm going to take a fluffy brush, a fluffy blending brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just going to go into the NYX contour palette and pick up the two darkest shades and mix them. And so I'm gonna just go into my crease area here with those two colors. I'll have them listed below in the description box. I know you guys are used to seeing me show you what I'm using, but I'll list them below for you. We want to make sure we get most of the color on the outside part of the eye. And then going over the lid once you have just very little left on the brush, because you've been blending so long, girl. So now I'm just going to go in with this Morphe Angle Blush Brush and just knock off all the powder off my face. This has been sitting there for like 4 or 5 minutes now, so it's time for it to be gone. After I'm done dusting that out, I'm going to go in with my contour palette with the same colors I usually use, and I'm going to just warm up the skin. I'm not going to really contour, and circular motions like this. And now I'm just going to go in with my blush quad from She, which is just a beauty supply store brand that I love. Just pop a bit of color on the cheeks. When I'm going to work, I don't contour my nose so much, but I do bring definition back to it. So I'm just going to take my contour shades I normally take from that NYX Cosmetics contour palette and just come down the sides of my nose and just blend it out really well. I'm just going back in with my sponge with a little bit of concealer on there to highlight the bridge of my nose again, because as we know, when you contour there, you do tend to lose some of that highlight that you put there before. So there's nothing wrong with that. It happens to everybody. Just go back in and reapply it. Now I'm just going to take my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Dark and a what do you call this, powder puff, and just set my face so that it won't move throughout the day. So just take some onto a powder puff like that and press it into the skin. There's a big misconception that powder brushes are meant to apply powder to the face. Powder brushes are meant to knock the excess powder off the face, like loose powders. When you're applying powder to the face to set your face for the day, where you don't want it to move and come off on someone's shirt when you're hugging them, or I don't know, you blow your nose, you don't want your face to come off, you need to use a powder puff to really press it into the skin. That's going to get the job done every time. And what I like about the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish is that it just really helps give you that flawless look that everyone wants. And for my highlight, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills That Glow Kit, which I am absolutely in love with. It comes with 4 really big highlighters, and this one, That Glow, is amazing for deeper skin tones. I'm going to be using golden bronze as well as dripping in gold. Lips or my Cupid's bow area. Even on weekdays, I have to do this. I just have to because it's so pretty. I'm gonna just blend that out a little bit. Nose. I think this is a necessary step because it absolutely brings light to the eyes and makes you look wide awake. So I always make sure that I do this step to make my eyes look alive and look like I'm ready for the day. And now I'm going to drench my face in Fix Plus. I I'm literally drowning in Fix Plus. Oh my god, because we're getting ready for work and we want to try to make great use of time. So while that's settling in, I'm going to take my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Istanbul and also my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair together, and I'm going to create a very subtle pink lip. So going in with the Eclair. As you can see, my Fix Plus is finally dry, so now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I've been making the grave mistake of wearing my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara every day to work. Like I just have it like that. This mascara is $30, so I'm going to have to run out to the drugstore and grab me like a Maybelline Falsies or Miss Manga or something like that. Alright guys, so that's it for this everyday work slash school slash I have somewhere to be, but I'm not trying to do too much look. This look takes me about 15 minutes every morning. In real time tonight, even with recording and everything, it took me about 20-21 minutes. So I do not think that we can't spare the extra 15 minutes in the morning to let the world know that we take ourselves seriously. Every look does not have to take 45 minutes to an hour. This is a testament to that fact. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I hope you guys enjoyed the simplicity of it. The amount of products I use was very little. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in the description box below. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. I'm so glad to be back. I'm sorry for the hiatus. I'm gonna try to be so much better at getting videos up. It has just been a really busy month of February and the end of January, and I really miss making videos for you guys and talking to you. I appreciate you for watching. I love you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.